Now, as we move closer, we're going to get to our next guest, and I want to bring him in. He's sitting over here. Obviously, you want to put the camera on him. Our next guest, he's an actor. We met him through our Facebook group page. The networking process is alive and well. He is an actor. We brought him in. He's from New Jersey, born in Newark, where I come from. And we have a lot to talk about. Let's welcome Dennis Mallen, everybody.
All right.
Hey.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me out. We really appreciate
And
it.
for everybody at home, we also have a trailer to show you that which I saw, which was a very great scene.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
But let's get started. Well, how's your experience so far on this show?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. We spoke, I guess, 3 or 4 months ago. Got this booked. A little cold up here, though. What's going on?
A little bit. Just
What's
a
up
little
with that?
bit.
Well, you got this storm mixing up the whole world.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's all.
It's great. I'm glad to be here, though, guys. Love your studio, really.
Thank you.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Now you're like Biagio. You just came in from Florida this morning. He comes in from Vegas, goes to San Gennaro like the same day. Like it's like crazy.
Nice.
Were you shooting something in Florida?
Yeah, I got a lot going on down there. We just, I got to get back there. I'm flying out tomorrow. And then I'm going up to Savannah, Georgia. I'm starting a feature film.
Wow.
So I'll be up there for about 6-7 days and then back up at the end of the month. So just busy. You know, you're talking about COVID and stuff like that. I was so busy during COVID.
You were shooting?
During COVID.
You were shooting during COVID?
I shot 6 mask commercials.
Wow.
All right?
Wow.
And
Wow.
every producer, yeah, it's crazy. So every producer, I'm like, what are you going to do once it's done? Don't worry, there'll be another tragedy. We'll figure it out. I'm like, well, just remember me, you know?
Wow.
But, yeah, just busy.
Doing a little research with you, I saw a lot of stuff you did.
Thank you.
And I noticed that you did a lot in the 90s, and then you stopped for a while.
Sure.
And then you
Sure.
picked it up. I saw later.
Well, life happens.
Okay,
You know,
yeah,
you got a
obviously.
kid here, you got a kid there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, I started, I've been in the business now about 27 years. Started in Manhattan. And I always had like a full-time gig while I was doing it. So I wasn't that starving actor. And back in the 20s, in my 20s, it was me and about 10, 15 million other guys. All right? And I could never get the Calvin Klein model. I was stuck getting the young businessman and the young father. So I figured if I can stay steady, 10 years hence, that 10 million might go down to a million, right? Because they'll figure out, hey, you can't do it. But you know, you got to stay steady.
Sure.
Absolutely.
You got to push the ball forward every day. You got to manage it like a business. And slowly, the roles started getting bigger. The doors started opening, and thank God, man, I've been busy.
Nice.
That's great.
Really
Beautiful.
blessed.
Good stuff.
Really happy. Thank you.
Congrats. Great.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so,
bud.
now,
Bravo.
I want to ask you. You
Uno, due, tre, quattro.
You've done a lot of. I ask a lot of people this question because I always like to know because I used to act, and if I felt I would have gotten deeper into it, I would have liked to know the difference of the two,
Sure.
and how I would like it more. But that's why one of my questions I always ask an actor is you've done TV and you've done film.
Yes.
What do you prefer the most?
You know, just being in front of a camera. I don't care what it is.
Okay.
As I'm sitting in the green room, I just got booked for another veterans commercial.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Love doing stuff for veterans, children,
Nice.
animals, you know, giving back.
Beautiful thing.
I'll do anything but stage. I started off doing stage. I was Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
My first everything, right? Just jump in the deep end, just go for it, right? Lenny. I was contracted for 10 shows. The third show in, I'm driving to New Jersey. I'm driving through the Lincoln Tunnel. If you remember the story, Lenny had some issues, right? The guy was a mess.
Yeah.
So I'm driving through the city, driving through the tunnel, 2 o'clock in the morning, depressed, crying, just a mess. I call my mentor. He goes, well, obviously you're a method actor. I go, Jim, I don't know what the F that means. I'm out.
This is for real.
This is for real.
Yeah.
Because I had to go to work the next day.
Oh, God.
I had to be in the office at 7 a.m. I'm like, I'm a mess. So finished it, quit for about 2 weeks, got an audition for a China Airlines commercial. If it wasn't 2 blocks from my office, 325 Fifth Avenue, I would have said I'm done. So did it during lunch, went to the audition, nailed it, crushed it. I'm floating back to the office. I felt so good. They call you 2 days later, hey, Mr. Mallen. No, I'm Dennis Jr. Mr. Mallen's my father. My uncle. Mr. Mallen. No, I'm Dennis, right? What's going on? Oh, we want to book you for next week for these days. We're going to pay you X rate. I was like, that's pretty good money. Who's your agent? Let me call you back. Call my mentor up right away. Jimmy, who's my agent? I have a guy call you. Can't give you a name, but in 5 minutes I got a call from a big agency. What are they offering you, kid? They're offering me X. Don't worry about it. We'll get you double that. Wow. Yes, sir. And I've been off to the races ever since.
Nice.
Man. I'm having fun.
It's a beautiful thing.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
And there's a few things I like to mention that you did. Small parts, bigger parts. It was all mixed up. You had a lot of credits.
Thank you.
And I start with some of the most notables. I remember the Italians. I wanted to ask you about that. I didn't see it, but
sure.
I'd like to know.
Sure. We're in pre-production.
I have a feeling that
wasn't
you
Artie
think
in
that would relate to what's in the way.
Artie Pasquale was in that, right?
Artie Pasquale.
Yeah.
So we're in
I never
pre-production.
saw it, though.
So it's not done yet. Zach Dieppe.
Oh, they're still shooting it.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, pre-production.
Okay.
Zach Dieppe is the writer, producer, director. Now, if you look at the IMDb, what a cast we have.
Yeah.
What a cast we have. Now, got to remember this correctly. I'm the assistant director of Homeland Security. I am the most corrupt New York City politician ever to walk the face of the earth, the way Zach's describing it to me. So we're supposed to shoot in New York, London, Miami, Dubai, and it looks like we're probably going to start mid-next year to the end of next year.
Wow.
And he's got enough stuff written to go for about 7-8 seasons.
Wow.
So I'm not producing. I don't know the behind the scenes, but I'm excited.
So
Nice.
it's a series then. It's not a movie, right? It's a
So
series.
he's got enough material
To do a series. Wow.
to do a series and to do a feature.
Got it.
He's going back and forth right now. I'm not telling stories out of school. He
Right.
tells me this. He goes, maybe I should do a movie first, do a 2-hour feature, and then kick off a series. I'm like,
sounds good.
I'm in either way. I got a lead role in that, so I'm in either way. So
Fantastic.
It's exciting.
It's amazing.
It's
Nice.
exciting.
That's
Thank you.
Now there was a clip I saw you one of your performances, I guess.
Sure.
One of your acting roles, and it was nice. You play an
Thank you.
astronaut, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I know I caught I was very I really enjoyed it. It was,
Thank you.
Made me interested in watching the movie, and that's what it's supposed to do. So we're going to go to it, and then you explain the whole scene.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
Let's go to Chris Mallen and his scene in Luna.
Who? Who?
Chris Mallen. Oh, Dennis.
Dennis.
Mallen.
Wait. Who?
Mr.
I have this
Mr.
thing-
Mallen.
No,
Wait. That's my brother Brian. Do you have a cousin Chris?
Maybe.
I might think of Chris.
Anyway.
Oh, he's thinking.
Don't call me Mr.
Cristoforo Colombo.
I got this. I'm an editor. Let's go to Dennis Mallen in Luna.
Yes,
and
sir.
then we'll come back to it and have him explain the scene.
Thank you. Do you see it?
What?
The moon, Luna. Do you see the moon? Every day and every night. Just because you can't see me doesn't mean I'm not there. Do you know what the moon's best quality is?
No.
Although it's not capable of generating a light on its own, it never ceases to shine every night.
Mommy.
All right, what a great scene.
Wow.
Luna.
Thanks, guys. Thank
Luna.
you. Thank you.
Amazing.
Now you play an astronaut, and
Yes.
what explain to me what the scene was, and tell me about the movie.
Sure. Well, it's it was done by a Brazilian director, Luco Bueno. His father apparently is a big Formula One racer somewhere in Brazil.
Okay.
I didn't meet the guy. Great script, great concept, and basically the scene, the clip that you showed. I'm talking to my daughter. I've been back and forth to space, back and forth to the moon. In essence, Luna, right? And she's like 5, 6 years old. Now the actress, she actually auditioned for a young Princess Leia in a Star Wars. Very impressive young actress. Really excited for her future. But the clip is set up that I'm having some one-on-one time with my daughter, bonding with her, and really just talking about, if I don't come back.
Right.
Tell me about the moon. The moon's going to shine with or without me. So,
Yeah,
moving
nice.
clip.
Yeah, and
Nice.
then,
Moving
and then when it
clip.
came to the end, it got a little.
Yeah, you
intense.
saw the
Got a little
girl. Yeah,
intense. Yeah, good
you saw the
stuff.
baby.
And
Thank
where
you.
can we find that? Is it on Netflix or anything?
I believe it's out on. I believe it's not out yet. Since it's a
it's not-
Brazilian.
okay.
Since it's a Brazilian, and you see the sub.
Well, let us know.
the
We want to watch
subcaptions.
it. If they do
Yeah.
premieres, we'll come do a red carpet.
Oh, I appreciate
media.
that.
Why
Thank
not?
you.
Yeah, it'd be
Thank
nice.
you.
It's a great.
So-
It looks like a really good.
It's
film.
it was a fun shoot. It
Edited,
really was.
edited really nice.
So I know there's a whole world of things because you've been doing this for a while, and
Thank you.
thank God you've been working all the time. But we talked about Devil's Advocate.
Yes.
Okay, and so everybody's inspired by the greats, right?
Sure.
And I'm sure you were as well.
Without
So
a
when
doubt.
when I say this, it's because it's inspiring to me, of course, as well. But I'm always interested in the encounter. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got a story for you.
Somebody who's of that caliber,
Sure.
magnificent, and it automatically inspires you
Yes.
to bring yourself to another level. Talk about that moment.
Sure. Well, I was that was my first SAG feature. Now, brand new, right off the block. I was in there as an extra. I got picked out of the crowd, and I'm in this big New York City courtroom scene, and it's me, Keanu Reeves right in front of me, Craig T. Nelson to my left, Mr. Pacino right over my shoulder.
Wow.
All right. Now, Taylor Hackford, the director. The movie is an awesome movie.
Great
Pacino should have got something for it.
Great movie,
Hands
yes.
down. A monologue at the end. Oh, my gosh. So, as an extra and as an actor, you always have an intention because there's no small roles. There's only small actors. All right. You got to have the mentality, hey, this is my time. So, I had my intention. I'm in this big ass courtroom scene that the guy's going up for murder, big billionaire real estate developer. Anybody we know? So, that's what the scene was based on.
Right.
So I've got my intention. I'm doing my thing. The scene's going on. Taylor Hackford goes, cut, you and you, out. These two extras sitting next to me, he kicked out. He looks at me, he goes, no, you're fine. And I was like, what's going on? Instinctively, I went over my shoulder. Mr. Pacino goes, it's all right, son, you're fine. Thank you, sir. Voice of God, what do I say?
Wow.
I look up, Keanu's looking at me, I smile, he smiles back, sweetheart of a guy, and we went on with the scene. So you just never know. So you really see my ugly mug towards the end of that scene. Downtown New York City courtroom, there's two doors. I come out the back door, and I'm mugging the camera. I'm looking right at the camera, walking right into it, and I'm thinking, I'm done. I'm going to get kicked out, I'll get cut, I'm done. You see my ugly mug for about more like 8-10 seconds straight, and it's hysterical. I saw the movie out in Arkansas, and I didn't know the premise behind it because it's Rosemary's Baby,
Right.
which could be me, right? The movie came out 70s, right? In essence, and now Rosemary's Baby is a New York City attorney,
Wow.
and Daddy
Wow, look at that.
Satan is right there. Crazy,
Wow, that is
crazy
crazy.
movie.
Yeah.
But I've been blessed, man. I've worked with Mr. Pacino now 3 times.
Nice.
Scent of a Woman. And,
Great movie. Another great movie.
Another great movie.
One of my
And
favorites. Yeah.
A few years ago, The Irishman.
Okay.
Oh, you want the Irishman?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so you see him on set. He recognizes you, of course.
I'm not going to lie to you and say, yes, he does. I recognize him, of course. But one of my goals, I mean, what is he, 70-something, if that?
yeah, maybe.
I pray I can do a scene directly with him. Just one-on-one. Give me a 30-second
Well,
scene.
you've been so it looks like you've been inching,
Our last guest
Closer and
had
closer.
a great
That's the
story
bottom
to
line.
tell. Our last guest, Clint Frazier, told us about he ordered broccoli pizza on the set, and Clint came out saying, "Who the fuck puts broccoli?"
That
on
was De
pizza?"
Niro, right? De Niro ordered
And
it.
De Niro ordered it. Ron Howard, Clint's
Yeah.
brother, directed that film.
Yep.
It was Backdraft.
Okay.
And
Great movie.
Yeah, he had a scene with De Niro,
Sure.
and they said they got real close, and then they took a break for food, and that's what happened.
What about an impersonation of Pacino? Let's see what we
Nah, I
got.
wouldn't even try it. I wouldn't even embarrass myself or him.
You need people like me, so you can point your fucking finger, say that's a bad guy.
What a method actor, huh? Now think about this. As a method actor, he stays in character. So if it's a 60-day shoot, 90-day shoot, he stays in character.
Stays in character.
So think
Wow.
about that. Devil's Advocate, who was he?
Oh yeah.
Right? And he stayed in character.
No,
Crazy.
He was good. He was good.
Do you actually
Phenomenal.
want to write your own or produce your own? I'm just
So
wondering.
I do a lot of producing.
Okay.
You know, I'll never direct. I've been asked to direct and stuff like that, and friends of mine, I'm like, look, if I direct, you will hate me. No, you're a sweetheart, Dennis. We love you. Take my word for it. And they're like, why do you talk? I go, look, I demand so much out of myself. You can't give me half of what I demand out of myself. And they're like, they look at me and they just walk away. I was a first AD once for a short, and I told everybody up front, look, I love you now. You're going to freaking hate me by the time we're done.
But
And it is what it is.
You got to understand, though. You know,
got-
when you take
you know.
constructive criticism, yes.
You know the process. Now, producing, I look at it like a business. All right? If you're the writer, I'm coming in as your CEO to achieve your goal. So I'm going to hire the right people. I'm going to empower the right people. I'm a proactive communicator, and I expect certain things because now I'm managing the entire project. So, it's a good balance. But I'd rather be in front of the camera than behind
Right.
it.
Okay.
Anytime.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well, obviously, we like to follow everybody. So every time you got something, throw it on our page.
Without a doubt, man. Thank you.
I mean, we
Appreciate that.
We get members as we go. Right now, I think we're close to 33,000 members. It's a
Nice.
start, and it's a nice number.
Sure.
And we push everything. We push Italian culture and heritage and stuff like that, but we push all cultures in here. We're against cancel culture.
Sure.
We want everybody to follow in their history and continue the traditions of their past.
Nice.
Some could be darker than others, but listen, it's how we became who we are.
That's
and
it.
if you even this country alone, any country that you see had to start from a dark side, and it's just it's the tradition of who we are as free people, and that's really what's important. And that's why
right.
that culture is your family is what carried on in
Mm-hmm.
your life, and so we push that, and we mainly push it for the kids.
And so Artie Pasquale is the godfather of our show.
Nice,
Artie's
okay.
definitely.
And
Okay.
if it turns into a series, you have some other Italians over here too.
Without a doubt. So here's the thing. I'll talk to the producer. We get this thing going. You guys be the official podcast of the Italians. I mean, geez.
let's do it.
Right or
Of
wrong.
course.
Come on, that's
Why not?
easy.
Well, this
It's
is the
easy.
Wise
That's
Guys
easy.
Show. We came from the Wise Guys from Cha-Cha's in New York City.
There
This
you
is a
go.
spinoff of that show.
That
we
is
know
awesome.
we know all of them, the original cast. Some
Okay.
are gone, some are still there. Joe Causy's one. Uncle Floyd was
Causey.
one. John Cha-Cha
Vinny
Ciarcia was
Vella.
he's gone. Vinny
Uncle
Vella,
Floyd.
Vinny Pastore. But what I'm saying is, you want to see something? I got a video of Biagio performing in Serata Italiana, E Gumbare. I want you to see it.
Wait, what?
Who?
Wait till you see this.
E Gumbare.
Ci vuoi suonare. Let's go to the video, and then it's just a video of E Gumbare in Serata Italiana. Let's check it out.
Contest, right? So here we go. Here we go. How many Sicilians we have here tonight? Very good. Napolitani. Calabresi. Napolitani. But how many Italians do we have in the house? Okay, so we're gonna have a contest now. When you hear your region, Sicilian, Napolitani, there's Gerardo Napolitani. We want you to wave the flags and yell. Here we go, the first one is Napolitani. So here we go, get ready. Everybody, we change the words. Here we go. Everybody, wave the flag. First Napolitani. Si vuoi parlare come parlano i napoletani e come parlano i napoletani, i napoletani. E compare, si vuoi parlare come parlano i siciliani, i siciliani, i siciliani, i napoletani. There we go. E compare, si vuoi parlare come parlano i romani e come parlano francesi, i calabresi, i romani, i siciliani, i napoletani. Okay, now it's Italy. I want everybody. E compare, si può parlare tutti come parlano gli italiani e come parlano gli italiani, gli abruzzesi, i calabresi, i romani, i siciliani, i napoletani. Okay, if you're Italian, wave your flags and let me hear you. Come on, everybody. Get ready. E compare, si vuol parlare. Here we go. Come parlano, everybody. Gli italiani. E come parlano gli italiani. Gli italiani. Gli abruzzesi. I calabresi. I romani. I siciliani. I napoletani. Give yourselves a round of applause. I baresi, next time. But wait a minute, who won? Who won that one? Ciao Gianotto. Who won? I siciliani? Napoletani? Napoletani? Siciliani? Napoletani? Alright, guess what? We all won because we're Italian, ladies and gentlemen, right? We all won. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You guys are great. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. Let's keep our Italian heritage alive by supporting all the different groups. This beautiful group that came from Southampton, Connecticut. Give them a nice round of applause.
That's
was good.
awesome.
Come on.
Thank you. Hey, you're the man. You're the man.
Now, was that something else or
That
what?
was awesome stuff.
All right.
I can't sing to save my life. I did sing in one movie.
Oh, you did? In a movie?
Yeah, in a movie called Riverleet. It was my idea. Good friend of mine wrote it up. Now, she's a songbird down in Florida, Chase Chalee. And 2 o'clock in the morning, we're talking. I'm like, look, you know I can't sing. She goes, yeah, please don't. I go, well, what if everybody loved me? I can't sing. Everybody hates you. You can't sing. She's like, that's it. Let me get back to you. Within a matter of hours, she had the premise put together, the outline,
Wow.
built a nice script. It's a fun movie. Of course, I'm singing. Who do you think I'm singing? Uncle Dean.
Oh, there you go.
Dean Martin. You know, every.
Martin.
That's as far as I go.
Somebody, sometime.
I laid down the track in a professional studio.
Nice.
And the engineer looks at me. He goes, look, you don't have to suck that bad. You don't have to try to suck that bad. I go, look, I'm embarrassed to be here. And he's like, yeah, we had John Lennon. We had this. I'm amongst greats. I go, I'm not trying to suck. I just suck. And the
You
guy
have
started laughing
one of
his
the
ass
most
off.
important elements to be a great actor.
That's great.
The truth.
Hey,
gotta
it is
tell
what
the truth.
you got to know
is
your
what it is,
instrument.
right.
Exactly.
You got to know your
definitely.
instrument.
But I did study acting as a kid and grow into it as a teenager.
Yeah.
And went into it in my early 20s, and then I stopped and ended up doing video production, film production, because I wanted to make my own stuff.
That's
I wanted to
awesome.
learn the back end. But what I learned is, like I just told you about Dean Martin, I watched his variety show, and I watched him use his voice and how he worked his mouth and his vocal, and he brought that jaw down, and, you know,
Yep.
he added that you could see he put a force and a strength in his throat, and you watch his mouth and his jaw, how cringe low. And that's how I picked up trying to like
Swagger,
sing like
the
him.
swagger.
I love Dean Martin.
Nice.
And
Same here.
and
Same here.
so
swagger,
I
you just
gotta
had
say, you do resemble him.
Thank you.
In a way.
I appreciate that.
But before we let you go, though, you have like a website, a way to book you. I know
Sure.
that IMDb, there's a way to you reach your agent.
Yeah, I'm all over social media. My social media manager has me on TikTok. I go, look, isn't that for the kids? He goes, no, you got such presence. He goes, you got a TikTok. So I TikTok. I send my brother cat videos. He doesn't like cats. That's okay. We still love him.
I don't like cats either.
We got a big
Yeah.
cat in the house.
I'm a
Giuseppe
dog.
Gatto.
Giuseppe Gatto. I'm all over Facebook. I'm all over Instagram. I tweet. I'm all over everything. Dennis Mallen, Mallen. My son's on internet somewhere. He's not active.
Oh.
And yeah, you can find me. And look, if I can help anybody with anything, anywhere, I coach a few new actors.
Nice.
I produce. I'm got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to be in Dallas in December. I'm going to be in Savannah, Georgia this week. Dallas in December. Orlando, we've got a feature end of January. And I'm scheduled to be in London in May.
He's like
So-
you, Biagio.
Bravo.
We got to
Oh,
meet up.
You're going to Europe
Yeah.
as well.
Where
Well,
you
Europe,
going?
You're going to London.
Where you
No,
going?
I'm going to Italy next year. but,
Okay.
I'm
Meet up in London.
why not?
Well, dude, I won't sing with you. I'll MC your show. We'll get you going, get you built out
That's
there.
great.
Yeah, thank
is
you,
great.
thank you. I just want to say Natalie Perry says hi.
Oh, Natalie Perry.
Yeah,
Oh, hi,
she's
Natalie
part of
Perry.
my management team.
Nice.
She's an
Oh, Natalie.
inspiration. She's one of my best friends, and we have a lot of stuff.
Let's wave
going
to
on.
Natalie.
Good luck to
Hi,
you and
Natalie.
everything you're doing out there. We see her. every
Thank you,
once.
guys.
Now,
Friends with-
you live on the East Coast, or you live in?
I'm literally Central Florida. I'm like an hour south
Oh.
of Orlando.
Wow, you flew
So-
out here just to do the show tonight.
Of course,
Oh,
it's a pretty
wow.
big show.
That's
Come on,
nice.
Fantastic.
come on.
Thank
This,
you.
Polo, do it,
So I want to thank Dennis for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
From
guys.
Florida.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Cheers. Thank you
coming.
so much.